What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all the great board games that are out there waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate ya, complicate ya.
So, in our last video, we talked about a game called Fort.
Which is not an entry level game.
So, as you can tell, she's still a little salty about that one.
Just a little.
So, I decided we would play a game a little less complicated.
Today we're going to play Planet.
Planet is a game that came out in 2018. It is published by BlueOrange Games, designed by Erda Salinskas, and art is by Sabrina Merriman. Let's go to the table for a quick overview of how the game is played.
Planet is a tile placement game for 2 to 4 players where we, the players, are building our own planets. So, this game has 3D game boards. So each player gets one of these game boards. Also, each player gets one of these private objective cards. So you randomly select a private objective card. This card you keep secret from the other players. These are the tiles you will use to place on your 3D board. There are 5 habitats: mountain, desert, ocean, forest, and Arctic. Let's take a look at one of these tiles. As you'll notice, there are 5 triangles on each tile. A triangle represents an area. Also, when you have 2 areas with the same habitat joining each other, that represents a region. So a region can consist of more than one area, but a region can also be just one area. On this tile, there are 3 regions. The game includes 45 animal cards. Your main objective is to create a planet that is hospitable to these various animals. So, for the tiger to come live on my planet, I need to have the biggest forest region that touches desert. To get the dingo to come live on my planet, I need to have the biggest desert region that doesn't touch the ocean. And to get the eagle to come live on my planet, I need to have the highest number of separate mountain regions. This is how you score points in the game. So, to set up the game, you take the magnetic tiles and you place them in stacks of 5 face down. Then you take the stacks and line them up in a row as you see here. After you've placed the tiles, you take the shuffled deck of animal cards and you place them randomly. So starting at stack 3, you're going to place 1 card. Starting at stack 6, you're going to place 2 cards. At stack 10, you're going to place 3 cards, and you're going to create 2 additional rows of cards. On each round, the first player will take the stack of magnetic tiles that's furthest to the left and place them face up so everyone can see them. Then they will take their board and place the tile of their choice on the board. Then every other player will do the same thing. So, remember the 2 rows of animal cards that did not have tiles above them? During the first few rounds of play, we're going to take any unselected tiles, put them face down, on above the animal cards until we have created 2 additional stacks of 5 tiles. After we have created 2 additional stacks of 5 tiles, any unselected tiles get put back in the box. After the third round, after all players have selected their tiles, we determine who's going to gain the animal card. So, the player whose planet has the largest ocean region that touches mountain gains this card. If there is a tie, then we place this card in the next row to see if someone can gain it in the next round. The game ends after the 12th round. Then we tally up the score. So, the first thing each player does is reveal their private objective. My private objective was oceans. So, I would take off each tile and count how many areas of ocean I have. Based on that, that would tell me my score. Then I would tally the score for the animal cards. Each animal card that matches my objective is worth 1 point. Each animal card that does not match my objective is worth 2 points. The player with the highest score is the winner of Planet.
Surprise! That wasn't me to do the overview. So, when I first saw this game, I knew my wife would love it. So, I immediately bought it for her.
I love this game.
So, okay, what do you think about the theme?
Well, the theme appeals to me on so many levels. I love social studies. History is my first love, but geography is a close second, so I love the theme.
Yeah, I mean, the game is called Planet. You're building a planet. That's cool. You know, I mean, that you're putting magnetic tiles on this 3D component, and I really like that. Um, what do you think about the, well, that goes right into the components, you know?
So, this is unique, clever, and cool. It's 3D. It's you're creating a planet. You have the different habitats. It's colorful. So I think this whole configuration is just clever and cool.
Yeah, I think this really does a great table presence. Like if you're teaching it to kids, just the fact that they're like, "Oh man, I'm making a planet." You know, that I
Yes.
think kids will really approach this. You know, um, so what do you think about the art? Like I like the art on the cards, pretty much.
Well, it's colorful. I love the different habitats and the way they're represented. So I love the colorfulness of the tiles and I love the photography on the card. So the art is phenomenal.
Yeah, I think this game could use an expansion for some more animals.
Yes.
And maybe have something like this animal can live in this habitat, but it can't be here, but also needs to be here next to this habitat. You know, like they live in the forest, can't be next to the ocean, but it needs to be next to the mountain. You know, just something that will add a little bit more. Because I really like this game. I mean, I would like to see some monkeys.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
because I don't remember seeing any monkeys in the animal cards.
I don't either.
So yeah, I really like this game. What do you think about the mechanics? You know, it's tile placement.
It's tile placement, which appeals to me, but also there's the private objective increases the level of challenge because sometimes your private objective conflicts with the actual animal cards that are laid out. So you have to take a calculated risk and decide, Do I want to try to gain the cards, or do I want to try to meet my private objective? So I really think that makes the gameplay more interesting and challenging.
Yeah, I like because the randomness of the tiles. You may be trying to get more ocean areas on your planet, but those tiles aren't coming out, and when they do come out, somebody else takes that tile. Because they're trying to attract that polar bear over, or the seal over to their planet. So sometimes it is a conflicting thing. So it adds strategy, a little bit of strategy. For kids, it might be a little, if you want to make it easier for kids, you could just take the objective cards out and just make it all about who can attract those animals. So, what do you think about the teach?
Well, it's easy to teach, it's easy to learn, it's easy to play. And what I love most is the educational value of this game. This is a game that families can play at home, and it enriches and reinforces what their kids may be learning at school without replicating what happens in school. So I love that aspect of the game as well.
Yeah, I think this game is really cool for younger kids. Like I said, it's showing them the makeup of the planet or whatever. So for older kids like me, this gives me, I like just
Well,
like we are the world, we
well,
are the children. I love.
well, another thing I like is the fact that the animal cards are specific. You have to have certain criteria. In real life, animals have natural habitats that they thrive better in. And I like that the game incorporates that concept into it.
Okay, yeah. So I really, this game is really good. This is a great. So I think as an entry level game, it like doesn't it would grab younger kids quicker than people that you're introducing to a board game like a Pandemic or a Ticket to Ride. They get into it. Planet is just more like a kid would just love doing this, and I mean, I don't know what else to say, but this is a great game to have for your kids. So that is Planet. If you like the content of this video, please hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Definitely leave a comment if you can think of some other songs, like, that you could sing while playing this game. Also, comment on if she did a great job in her talk through. Feel free to subscribe. Also, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
And this has been Blackboard Gaming.